you're always going to think John Madden.
Legacy game. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So it's the NFC stars who will get the ball first. And Charles, as we alluded to, we've got a different era of coach on each sideline. So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him Young John Madden. This is a coach who was trying to establish a foothold in the NFL and on the cusp of doing it very successfully.
Yeah, you think back to that period, those early days as the coach of the Raiders, the late 60s in the AFL and then in the NFL in the early 70s. Coach was a guy who was ahead of his time. The Raiders were one of the first teams to have mini camps, one of the first to film practice, because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And, you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over in Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an Egan and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the draft had 30 rounds then.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Favre. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Back deep, 2-time Pro Bowler Dante Hall. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. So, Charles, as mentioned, we've got another Coach Madden over here on the AFC sideline. Of course, his Raiders, members of the AFC West. So this is a conference he battled in for his entire career. And you think about the landscape of the NFL as he was in the best ever.
Brandon, it's hard to believe he could be so successful in the conference with all those great teams. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. The Dolphins won 2 and were a mainstay in the playoffs. The Colts were tough. The Broncos came on late and went to a Super Bowl themselves. But against Hall of Fame coaches, John Madden's record, 36, 16, and 2. That's pretty incredible. His Raiders were a factor each.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They run the draw play. Allen. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So we're through 1 at the Coliseum in Oakland. 0-0 our score. This is the John Madden Legacy game on EA Sports. The AFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Brady. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tim Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. With the NFC offense coming out here, and you know, Charles, Coach Madden always said that if he had one drive to win a game and he had to pick a quarterback, he would pick Kenny Stabler. But I think if you asked him to omit any of his Raiders players, there's a good chance the guy he'd select would be Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was always smiling. He was always laughing.